You kind of see in the back there, we've got the new azure blue. I don't know if you can see. She's white, so she's just right back in there behind the peach. You can see we protect the peach trees there from the girls. And we've been keeping her in this dog cage just so that they can see each other from the other side of the fence. I use that box to close off 3 sides of the dog cage. That's mostly to keep our dogs from knowing that she's out here, because the dogs will actually just kind of run right through this netting if they know she's there. And then we've got some feed bags on top just to protect from rain and sun, because it's been a little warm out. Been giving her water, making sure that's nice and topped up. But now we're letting her play with the other chickens. She's kind of in there in the back. And the idea here is that these girls are having a lot of fun out of the run and eating some grass seed. And they're kind of not paying attention to the fact that there's a new girl in the flock. If she wants to, she can run and hide in all of this grape and daylily and autumn olive and peach cover, so she can kind of get in and under there and out of the way of people, but she can also kind of just cohabitate with them. So that's what's going on now. I just figured I'd take a video and do some chicken TV. I know people love watching the girls having the best life. I really like this, the Easter eggers. They got these little puffy cheeks. I really enjoy them when they look at you head on. They're so funny. Hope you're all having a nice relaxing Thursday for me after work. Just come home, spend some time outside. We got a bat box up. Maybe I'll just go show that and we'll come back to the girls. Let them play there. So we'll put a new bat box up top. And we've got a squirrel house there. It's a bird house that's been taken over by squirrels. I think that's going to be fine. The bat house is about 4 meters up in the air, maybe 3.5. I think that's good. I offset it a little bit with the pieces of wood there. I thought that might help deter the squirrels from trying to get in there. I don't really think they're going to want to get in there. And I think the bats and the squirrels will be active at different times anyway, so they'll kind of pass each other. I hope that's what goes on. But you can see the chicken run here is just doing so well with this arbor. I'm really glad we did it this way, especially this year. It's been really dry and really hot. So the kiwis kind of growing up over on this side, on the left, and then on the right we've got grapes that have established and are growing up over top. They'll all drop food into this chicken run and they can peck at it. We've got a wall of raspberries on the side that are going to kind of grow in. You can actually see some of the kiwis getting into the chicken pen, which is awesome. So they'll kind of be able to drop fruit from the inside of the pen. So I really like that. So that's our chicken setup for now. We'll probably expand it. We're looking to expand it. Just have to kind of negotiate what that looks like with the family. But I like putting them outside here, and I like having them safe from the dogs. So I think I really want a hard fence in. You know, like some of this stuff, I'm using this electric fence that's not electrified. It's enough to keep the chickens in. It's really not doing anything else besides kind of suggesting to the chickens that they should stay in there. They could fly up over there, but they have so much fun in here, hiding out and kicking around the bugs and stuff, that they never really try to escape. But I would like to get the dogs isolated from the chickens a little more. Now, the chickens love the raspberries when they come in, but they're not quite ready yet. And then what I always do when I'm done is I come back and I recover, because they'll kick over all the roots of the peach. One thing you can do if you want to protect against that, if you can, see this backside where I got all the daylilies? They never kick and scratch there. They just kind of go in to hide out of the sun. So if you find that they're kind of damaging your fruit trees, if you can get a quick kind of waist level herbaceous plant up, I find that the chickens kind of leave that area alone, and at least then they won't, you know, damage the peach too much. And then if you leave this area blank after the chickens scratch it all over, and they come back the next day and scratch deeper, that's when you can start getting into some surface root damage. Right now they're just really getting through the mulch layer, so I don't really think they're doing that much damage to the peach. And I mean, look at the peach. It's just loving life in the chicken run, that's for sure. And the grapes are loving life in the chicken run. Actually, everything's loving life in the chicken run. Integrating animals is really, really key. You know, I know a lot of people are vegan and they're maybe against raising the chickens like this. Might be worth just raising the chickens, you know, if actual husbandry is not something that you're ethically against. Raising them even just for the compost and for the nutrient cycling and fertility, it's actually really, really beneficial. In fact, all ecosystems on the planet have animals in it. There's no thriving ecosystem that doesn't have animals. So raising your gardens without animals, you have to truck in compost. You have to be the fertility loop. It's just like in the pest cycle. If you choose to remove all your pests, then you are saying to nature that I'm the predator, and you have to keep being the predator. Same thing with animals here. If you don't have an animal that's closing the loop on fertility back into your garden, then you have to be the animal, and you have to constantly be bringing in and cycling the fertility on your own. So having animals is really, really beneficial. I really like the silvopasture rotational grazing systems. I think those are as good as it gets. The Alan Savory, Mark Shepard stuff. I think what Jeff Lawton does with his animals is fantastic as well. If I had room for cows, I would probably do something very similar to Mark Shepard, Alan Savory, those types. Jeff Lawton. Well, for now, we just got the chickens. And then we try to attract rabbits and other birds and other animals wildly into the food forests. But if you're the type that wants to maybe fence stuff out and keep things out, you just have to do a little more work on the back end, closing the fertility loop, that's all. See, there she is. She's kind of exploring in the back there. See, so this is good too, having some chickens allowed to be in here, having some chickens allowed to be outside, so they can kind of be on either side of the fence with the new girl. They can see each other but not peck and bully them, and then it's all about habit building. See, look at this. Okay, all right, I better go in. That's it. We'll leave you here. See you on the next one.